The objective of this wires bedrock line job is to complete one step of the assembly process for the fuel pump that is built for Mercury boat motors. A work table with assembly fixtures, part bins, the tools used include channel locks, needle nose pliers, a brush to apply mineral oil, a tool to position cap. The materials used include alcohol, mineral oil, O-rings, caps, subassembly, covers, wires, wire connectors. The personal protective equipment included safety glasses, latex gloves, disposable apron, floor mats. The work environment is an inside work environment with heat and no air conditioning. The worker observed was 5 feet 7 inches tall. The work methods for the observed wires bedrock line job include getting the bowl subassembly and positioning in the fixture, getting a cover and positioning in the fixture, getting an O-ring and positioning on the cover, getting a cap with the tool, dipping the cap in mineral oil and positioning the cap in the cover, using a brush, positioning mineral oil on the O-ring, inside the cover and on the subassembly, getting wires and connecting them to the corresponding wires on the subassembly via a white clip, routing the wire harness on the subassembly, using the needle nose pliers to pinch and secure the wire harness connection, routing the wires using needle nose pliers, securing wires onto the subassembly using needle nose pliers, routing the wire harness through the cover, positioning the cover on the subassembly, pressing the cover onto the subassembly, getting the wire connector and pushing wires into the connector, getting and snapping the blue clip onto the wire connector, there were several ergonomic risk factors observed for the wire's bedrock line position. Repeated and sustained exertions were rated as a high pace. Hands were in rapid, steady motion and exertion to assemble the fuel pumps. Sustained exertions were observed and included continuous standing, continuous neck flexion or forward bending to view work. Forceful exertions were required to route wires, press the cover onto the subassembly, connect wires. It's important to note that a pinch grip is used. Awkward postures were observed and include neck flexion and forearm pronation to apply mineral spirits and position the O-ring and cap in the cover. Wrist flexion to position the cap in the cover and wrist extension or backwards bending to secure wires to the connector and route the wire harness. Neck flexion and elevated and extended arm to route the wire harness with needle nose pliers. Torso flexion and extended reach to get connectors. Neck lateral bending or sideways bending to apply mineral spirits. The mechanical or localized contact stress observed was contact stress between fingers, hands, and forearms and edges of the parts. It's important to note that there are sharp edges on the edge of the connector. The recommendations for the wires bedrock line job include investigate fixtures to push the cover onto the subassembly to decrease forceful exertions. Investigate using cameras and monitors for viewing the work materials to decrease awkward postures to view the work area. Consider using sit-stand chairs to decrease sustained exertions. Consider positioning wires closer to the worker to decrease awkward postures. Consider using tools to secure connectors and wires to decrease forceful exertions and localized contact stress. Investigate user adjustable height work tables to decrease posture stress, i.e. foot pedal activation to quickly adjust height.